Hello class, today we are going to talk about programming, and first we should first look at the introduction here. We're going to look at the importance of programming. The importance of programming in today's digital age, which in this digital age, many of things that we use have been coded or have been constructed or they have been programmed, like our mobile apps, for example, and websites that we use in schools have been programmed, or codes have been written so that those websites can function. We should look at the importance of programming in today's digital age. Programming is the backbone of our digital world, powering everything from websites and mobile apps to complex systems like artificial intelligence and robotics. These are the objectives of this presentation. By the end of this presentation, you'll have a clear understanding of what programming is, its significance, key concepts, and resources for learning. Now, we should look at the definition of programming. Computer programming is defined as the process of creating instructions for computers to execute. Computer programming is also the art of writing a sequence of instructions or code that computers can understand and follow to perform specific tasks. How are programming languages serving as the bridge between humans and machines? To communicate with computers, we use programming languages such as Python, Java, and C++. These languages provide a set of rules and syntax to write code that computers can interpret. What basically this means that these programming languages are like Java, Python, or C++ are human understandable. So the computers have compilers that convert these languages from human understandable to machine code. Now we should look at the benefits of learning programming skills. Learning programming opens up a world of opportunities. It enhances problem-solving abilities, logical thinking, and creativity. The versatility of programming knowledge in various industries, or these are the versatilities or importance of programming knowledge in various industries. Programming skills are in demand across industries, including software development, data analysis, cybersecurity, finance, healthcare, and many more. I want to emphasize the growing demand for programmers in the job market. The demand for skilled programmers is continuously increasing, with numerous job opportunities and competitive salaries available. Now, we should look at the key concepts in programming. These are the fundamental key concepts in programming. We should first look at variables. And what are variables? Variables are like containers that hold different types of data. For example, in Python, we can define a variable age and assign it a value like 25. So, the variable age stores the value 25. So they are like they hold that value. We should look at now the control structures like loops and conditional statements. Control structures allows us to make decisions and control the flow of a program. For example, we should look at conditional statements. For instance, an if-else statement can be used to execute different blocks of code based on a condition. So the if-else statement, yes, you have said it executes a block of code in an only specified condition if a specific condition is true. It provides a way to create branching logic in your program. We have the if-else-if statement. The if-else-if statement is an extension of the if-else statement that allows you to handle multiple conditions. provides a way to check different conditions and execute corresponding block of code based on the first condition that evaluates to true. Now we should now look at what are loops, the types of loops. We have different types of loop. We have the for loop. A for loop is used to iterate over a sequence such as a list, string, or range of numbers, or any iterable object. It executes a block of code a fixed number of times, once for each item in the sequence. Then we have the while loop, and then we have the break and continue statements. Now we have another concept like functions and methods. Functions and methods are used, they enable code reusability and organization. Functions and methods are reusable blocks of code that perform specific tasks. They help in organizing our code and making it and maintainable. Now we should look at the programming paradigms. What is a programming paradigm? A programming paradigm is a way of approaching and structuring the process of programming. It provides a set of principles, concepts, and techniques that guide developers in solving problems and designing software. Different programming paradigms have different approaches to organizing code, managing data, and controlling program flow. Now if you look at different programming paradigms, you have the procedural programming. It has a linear execution of instructions. Procedural programming focuses on writing procedures of functions that are executed in a sequential manner. C and Pascal are examples of procedural programming languages. Now we have the next paradigm is object-oriented programming. It emphasizes on objects and classes. OOP organizes code around objects that encapsulate data and behavior. Java and C++ are popular OOP languages. Now another paradigm is the functional programming. It focuses on functions as first-class entities. Functional programming treats functions as first-class entities, enabling higher-order functions and emphasizing immutability and pure functions. Languages like Haskell and Lisp follow this paradigm. Now, if you look at the types of programming languages, you have the different types of programming languages and their functions. You have like Python, you have JavaScript, you have Java, you have C++, you have C#, and many more. Now, if you look at the tools and development environments, popular programming tools and IDEs, integrated development environments. IDEs provide a comprehensive development environment including code editors, compilers, and debugging tools. Examples include Visual Studio Code, Atom, and Sublime Text. Code editors are lightweight tools with features like syntax highlighting, auto-completion, and code formatting. They are great for smaller projects and quick coding tasks. The importance of version control systems like Git for collaborative development. Version control systems like Git help in tracking changes to code, collaborating with others, and reverting to previous versions if needed. They are crucial for team-based. Now, if you look at the software development lifecycle, or SDLC, we should look at this overview. The SDLC consists of several phases that guide the software development process from start to finish. The first is the requirements and gathering. In this phase, developers work with stakeholders to understand and document the project's requirements. We have the next stage is the design and planning. Here, developers create the system architecture, design databases, and plan the implementation strategy. Now, the next stage is the implementation and coding. Here, the actual coding takes place in this phase where developers write code according to the design specifications. Now, the next stage, you have the testing and debugging. Code is thoroughly tested to identify and fix any errors or bugs. The last stage is the deployment and maintenance stage. This is the final product is deployed to production, and the ongoing maintenance and updates are performed. We have the roles of programmers. Computer programmers are those who write computer software. Their jobs usually involve the prototyping, coding, debugging, documentation, integration, maintenance, requirements analysis, software architecture, software testing, and software. We look at the programming. The next slide here, we're looking at the programming best practices. Essential programming best practices for writing clean, efficient, and maintainable code. We should use code documentation and comments. Documenting code helps other developers understand its purpose and functionality. Comments provide additional context. We have the naming conventions. Using clear and meaningful names for variables and functions in classes improve the code readability. Another practice is code reusability and modularity. Writing reusable code saves time and effort. Breaking code into smaller and modular components enhances maintainability. Testing and debugging techniques. Writing text and debugging code helps identify and fix issues, ensuring the code functions as in conclusion. Today, we have explored the world of computer programming, understanding its definition, benefits, key concepts, and resources for learning, the importance and relevance of programming skills. Programming skills are highly sought after and can open doors to various career opportunities. I encourage you to dive deeper into the programming and practice coding and explore the vast possibilities this offers. Here we have the resources and online platforms where you can get programming resources or books. We have interactive coding websites like Codecademy, Free Code Camps. We have online courses like Coursera, Udemy, and we have programming books and documentation. Now this is the end of our conclusion. I hope you have an insight of what programming is. Thank you.